A reading from the letter of St. James. All good giving and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no alteration or shadow caused by change. He willed to give us birth by the word of truth, that we may be a kind of first fruits of his creatures. Humbly welcome the word that has been planted in you and is able to save your souls. Be doers of the word and not hearers only, deluding yourselves. Religion that is pure and undefiled before God and the Father is this: to care for orphans and widows in their affliction, and to keep oneself unstained by the world. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all? Dear brothers, the mirror shows us who we are, and even more who we are not. In the mirror we compare ourselves with our own ideals of beauty. My hair looks terrible today. I need to go to the hairdresser. Or, I'm getting bigger and bigger. Time to start with exercises or with a new diet. This comparison can quickly become a problem. Some despair because they cannot meet the ideal of beauty. Others are obsessed with keeping fit. Also in our spiritual life, we might have ideals of beauty. I am weak and I am a sinner, but I want to follow Jesus. I want to become like Jesus. I want to become like Mary, like St. Peter, St. Paul, like St. Dominic or St. Thomas Aquinas. I want to acquire all virtues and always live according to God's commandments. I want to be a good Dominican, studying, praying, and preaching diligently. In short, I want to do everything to become holy. And to reach this goal, we practice all kinds of good deeds, spiritual exercises, and devotions. Be doers of the word and not hearers only, deluding yourselves. The described desire to live like a saint seems to fit well with these words of St. James. But, in fact, that exactly is the self-deluding which he warns against. In the next verse he continues, "For if anyone is a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like a man who looks at his own face in a mirror. He sees himself, then goes off and promptly forgets what he looked like." The danger of our spiritual ideals is that we forget ourselves in the pursuit of holiness, that we forget who we are. Meister Eckhart once taught the novices, "Do not think to place holiness in doing. We should place holiness in being. For it is not the works that sanctify us, but we who should sanctify the works." We are not called to become holy, but to recognize that we are already holy and to live accordingly. St. James invites us in his letter, "Humbly welcome the word that has been planted in you and is able to save your souls." The word is planted in our souls. Through his word, God created us in his own image. And in Jesus Christ, he gave us new life through his word and sacrament. When we look within our soul, we can recognize God in us like in a mirror, and ourselves as his mirror image. But when we say, "I want to become holy," and then follow our own ways, practicing our self-imposed exercises and devotions, we cover this image with our own image of holiness. We become actors wearing spiritual makeup, holy looking from the outside, but inwardly full of vanity and self-will, obscuring our inner beauty that comes from God alone. St. James wants to show us the way out of this self-centeredness. Religion that is pure and undefiled before God and the Father is this: to care for orphans and widows in their affliction, and to keep oneself unstained by the world. To care for others and to become unattached to the earthly goods, charity and detachment. These two help us to destroy our false self-image and to rediscover the holy image of God within us. Grounded in this image, all our deeds receive then their goodness and holiness. That we may find Him in our soul and live as holy as we are, so help us God. Amen.
Yeah.